Uniquely Cindy here, part 2 of Oak Grove Cemetery. I wanted to bring you and start here with John Brooks, who died in August of 1866. It says, "Blessings are blessed are the dead which are in the Lord." But this is probably one of the earliest war graves that I have found, because as you can see here, he was a veteran of the War of 1812. And so once again, to all of our soldiers out here, thank you for your service. And here you'll see some Confederate soldiers' graves. And here we have another Iron Cross. As I told you in the last video, there are over 100 Civil War graves out here. And here is one, and this is in memory of Thomas Foreman, born in 1809 on Wilmington Island, died in 1875 at his residence in Brunswick. Loved by his friends for his many virtues, esteemed by his fellow men for purity in his character, respected by all who knew him, a Christian gentleman. Lovely sentiments. There is just so much to see out here. Here's a beautiful statue. Let's go here. The lovely ironwork. There's the eternal flame on the corners of this. This is number 5 on the list. This is Dunwoody. Beautiful statue. And it says Eula Brown, wife of Harry Dunwoody, born in 1862, died in 1890. Farewell, my departed, worth farewell on the, I don't want to step on this, on the, can't make out that one word, the tender thoughts will ever dwell. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the artwork on the ironwork here. And then here we have just a whole family of, I'm assuming it's a family. We're going over to the tombstone in a minute. Brick-lined graves. And here is one that's got a marker on it. Sarah Purvis Flynn, daughter of George Purvis. It's a beautiful marker. And here it says, in memory of Philip Useless, Georgia Useless, and their children, Corley, Beulah, Sadie, Thurston, and Myrtle, father and mother of J.B. Flynn and wife, sister Lizzie Dunn, and child Lolly. So this is a family plot. Beautiful. I know I keep saying that, but there's so much artwork in cemeteries. Found another statuette over here. We're going to go over here and look. Lasser. beautiful. It says daughter, Ida, daughter of J.F. and M.J. Lasher, born 1877, passed away in 1898. Beautiful. Now this looks like, and it is two graves right here together, and the headstone represents two, looks like children. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer so I can read. Oop, excuse me. 1869, born, died in 1873. Looks like Edwin Joseph. And then Alice, born 1874 and passed away in 1885. And so the graves are here together. Here's another beautiful family plot. Lovely family stone. It says Mary, wife of Joseph, Dangais, born in St. Augustine, Florida, 1837, and died in December of 1879. And then we have, if you'll look back here, you'll see a little stone, and it just has NB on it. From what I read, that stands for newborn. So it was a baby that was most likely stillborn or died just within hours of birth. And here we have more of the brick laid in cement cradle style graves. These look like children. I know in the late 1800s, yellow fever went through the coastal communities, and there was a lot of deaths due to yellow fever, and I wonder if some of these, like these that we see here that's unmarked, if some of them are yellow fever victims, because some of the graves that we have looked at have been marked yellow fever, but there's a lot out here that's not marked at all. This is a crypt grave. Now this particular grave, the coffin most likely is inside of it because of the placard on the front. But once again, that is subject to the customs of the area that you're in. A beautiful flower on this one. This is Charlie Henry Ward from Augusta, Georgia. Born in 1855, died in Brunswick, Georgia in 1898. And the writing on these is so worn off that you cannot see them, but as you can see, this is a beautiful crypt grave or tomb grave. Now I am noticing a lot of graves out here have this UCV on it. I'm not sure what that means. I'm assuming from the dates it has something to do with the Civil War. And this one also has WWC. If you know what those means, comment below and let me know so that when I'm out doing stuff like this, I'll be a little more informed on that. That's the first time I've seen that on graves, but I've seen several out here with the UCV written onto the tombstones. So if you know what that means, let me know. Here we have another family plot. See some unusual ones over here. Another little cradle grave. Here's another one, and all it says is UCV 61 to 65. Now here's a headstone. This one's number 6. Corporal James Culver, 4th Georgia Cavalry, Confederate States of America. Okay, so if that's Confederate States of America, then what would the UCV stand for? If you know, comment below and let me know. Here is a couple more crypt graves. I don't know. As you can see, you got one beside it that has an open top, which would be a ground burial with the brickwork around it for protection. And then this one is a crate grave. Yeah, you got 2 crate graves here. And here's a little grave right here in the corner, and you can't read the stone anymore. This one says, to the memory of William Mansfield Bancroft, son of Joseph and Martha Bancroft, who died in this city November 1849. Looks like 18 years old. They have such a poetic, descriptive way of writing tombstones during the Victorian era. They tell a story. This one's unique. You see the cross on top, and it's 3-tiered, and it says, to the loving memory of John Scriven, son of S.C. and Lily Atkinson, born July 1894 and passed away in May of 1896. And then we have a vault grave there. You can really tell they're doing a lot of work here to make the cemetery very pleasing and respectfully beautiful. This is pretty. Layman Barnes, born 1811, died 1866, and his wife Martha, born 1828 and died in 1876. Surrounded by lovely brickwork. Fixing to take us to the back of the cemetery. That's going to be part 3. Here we have tomb graves. Now this one right here is what they call a table grave. I'm going to back up so y'all can get a better look at it. Now this side underneath here is bricked in, but you can see the 3 legs and then the indention and the brickwork. On the other side of it, that brickwork is open. But these are called table graves because they're made where they look like a table or a coffee table or even a small dining room table with the slab on top. So they're interesting. And this is the grave of beautiful cross there. It says IHS. Sacred memory of Mrs. Bridget Roberts, who departed this life in 1853 at the age of 55. Beautiful. And let's see what this smaller one here next to it is. You can see on this side the holes for the table grave. This says, Willie, beloved son, Gustavius Friedlander, died at Waynesville, Georgia, 1863. I'm sorry if I butchered some of these names. This is pretty. You can see how it's going up, the brickwork's going up like steps. And then you have the beautiful stone slab on top. It says, in memory of Rebecca Friedlander, died in 1870. There's no way we're going to be able to see each one of these beautiful memorials. But there are a couple more here in part 2, and then we'll do one more part so that we can go see the tombs in the back, or the mausoleums. This is a beautiful cross here. I love crosses. And this is for Michael Mineham, sacred memory, native of Waterford, Ireland, who departed this life in 1886 at the age of 63 years old. An honest man. Oh, my soul, sweet Jesus, have mercy. Rest in peace. Beautiful. We're going to end this video over here at this family lot. It's got beautiful tomb work here. That lovely, lovely angel. This is Anne Louise, daughter of Dr. J.S. Blaine. November 1884, died 1891, just a child. And right beside it is a lovely scroll. It says Ernest Abbott, born 1873, passed away in 1875. Here's another one of these markers that says UCV. This is Dr. James Blaine, born in 1838 and passed away in 1886. This is his wife, Annie. 34 years old, passed away in 1880. And the compass sign that you see here is part of the Masons. And that would be James Blaine, passed away in 1892. Look at the rose on this one. This is Mary E. She's the wife of James Blaine, passed away in 1878. Beautiful marbling here. That marble work, and it's on the tombstones there. It's getting cold out here, folks. Beautiful archwork. This is James Moore and Henry Moore. Died in 1864, Henry did. And James passed away in 1883. Thomas Dixon, 1886, and Christopher Dixon, I cannot see the date of 1833. So a very historic cemetery here. See if I can move away from the lawnmower a little bit. So thank you once again for joining me for part 2 of Oak Grove Cemetery. This is Uniquely Cindy. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you know what that UCV stands for, text me, comment below, and let me know, because I sure would like to know, so that I would know for future videos. And we're going to end here, and stay tuned for part 3. Have a unique day.